Hello and welcome to a brand new Barrows Only episode. For any of you who haven't seen this before, we're on a journey to 10,000 Barrows chests without ever gaining experience or gold anywhere else but Barrows. We came here at the lowest possible combat, level 4 combat, and we're staying here till we reach our goal. This here's episode 32, let's get started. Here it is, boys, episode 32. It's been a while since the last one. I've been flat out playing the other account, but there is some big things coming to Barrows. For the first time in years, there's an update that actually really directly affects Barrows. Have a look at this, the Dark Mire poll. This thing came out at the end of last month, so over a month ago, and I was thinking, there's nothing too big in here. Some stuff got polled, but it only recently passed the poll, right? If you scroll way down in here, there's a new agility course coming, kind of a bit like Pyramid Plunder, you know, where you have different levels and you have to have 10 higher in each level to access the top floors. But anyway, this here new agility course has two big rewards, one of them being the Ring of Endurance, which kind of works like storing your stamina potions. It's actually quite trash apart from that. Anyway, it's not what we're looking at. The Ring of Endurance, don't know if it is good, but this here, strange old lockpick. I completely overlooked this because when I read this text, I assumed it just opened the little puzzle in the middle, you know, the one that has like the three options. If you have Runelight, it instantly shows you, I'll put that up on the screen so you know what I'm talking about. If you have Runelight, it instantly shows you the answer and it takes about 1 to 2 seconds. So I was thinking this is going to be the most useless item in the game, because all I read was this lockpick can be used to bypass the doors at Barrows. It didn't read all doors at Barrows, overlooked that. So this thing here is pretty crazy. If you go into the tunnel and the door you need to get to access the middle is at the other side, if you have to run through, let me think, there's 2 in each bit, so 4 doors, you could have to run through 16 doors. Let me just explain what I mean in this really advanced software I've got set up for you guys. So imagine your ladder is in the southeast tunnel in Barrows. You want to get to the center, but all the doors are blocked apart from one, because that's how Barrows work. Imagine you need to get to this door, but this one's closed, and this one's closed. The only way you can get through to the center, I'm not doing green because this needs to be a bad color, let's go orange. You'll have to run through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 doors, waste about 4 or 5 minutes getting to the center, and it's just a massive waste of time. With this new key, you will be able to open consistently every single time. Why did that not click? Oh, it's because trying to click on the picture. You'll run from your ladder straight through to the center, 4 doors in about 30 to 40 seconds. You'll do that every single time. So the maximum Barrows chest you can open per hour at the moment is about 20, but you'll never really hit that because you'll get these bad spawns where you have to waste a load of time in the tunnel. With this here new key, you will never get a bad hour. You'll be able to hit that consistently between 16 and 20 chests. It'll just be so much more efficient and so much quicker, having to open every single time 4 doors. So this item is going to be pretty awesome for me. So there we go, explain the Barrows update, the first one in years. It will be pretty cool. It's going to make these 10,000 chests much quicker, but anyway, I've run out of membership. I'm going to head over, buy a bond, and then we're going to blast out a bit more Barrows. There it is, boys. Right, so we finished the last episode by opening up chest number 1000, a massive achievement on the Barrows Only account. 1000 chests have been opened, 10% of the way there, 9,000 to go. And what I've been thinking since that is I need to get more efficient at opening these chests. I want to be open more per hour, faster. So the things I want to work on is getting my stats up, maybe go for 99 magic. Also need higher agility. So that's what we're going to be working in this video. I'm going to grind out some agility with the mouse. We're also going to blast out low levels. So yeah, we're going to just blast through some of these. We got 81 strength, 83 attack, 91 magic, and we weren't stopping there. I headed down and I have been AFKing in full Guthans down here loads whilst playing the other account. So we smashed out chest 1007, just working up through these slowly, mostly just training though, and we are very close to a defense level here, so I'll put this in the same clip. Smashed out 92 defense, that's our first 92, and that is halfway to maxed. I never thought I'd actually make it anywhere near maxed in this account, but we're halfway in defense. The attacking strength's a wee bit behind, so I think I'll switch over and train it. But yeah, I'm making some serious gains in this account at the minute. I've been loving training that account because I can just AFK in Guthans while a boss on the other account, and I'm really enjoying bossing. If any of you want to get involved in any of the bossing, just jump in the CC there. It's always booming. There's like 80 people on every day at the minute. All of RuneScape numbers are pretty crazy at the minute actually. It just goes up and up and up since this like lockdowns went on. And by the way, I'm a class tank, so I'm happy to tank at any of the bosses if you do want to get involved. No, but all seriousness, I will tank if you want, and the CC is booming, but so is the game. Have a look at this, right? The most people ever online in old school RuneScape was 1051k back when mobile came out. Have a look at 2 days ago. A brand new peak. Most people ever online in old school RuneScape, the highest amount ever online, was beat just a few days ago because of this lockdown. 155,900 people online, almost 156,000 people. That is crazy. I wonder how high this will go up if this lockdown continues. We could see the game just tick off because a lot of people are at home at the minute, which is pretty cool. But that's awesome to see it doing so well. Hopefully it carries on for a while. Right, I know I said I'd concentrate on levels this video, but what would a Barrows Only episode be without a load of chests? So we're kicking off a bit of a slideshow here of all the chests I've opened since the previous episode. We're currently sitting 30 chests dry. We got nothing since chest 998. Our last item was 2 before we hit the 1000 mark. Nothing all the way up through the 20s, through the 30s to chest 1041. No items in the last 42 or 43 chests. And then we hit a Krill's Cough, which isn't even a unique. It's one of the cheapest items. Wasn't too happy with that. But then 5 chests later, we managed to snag another set of Guthan's legs. Guthan's items in this is crazy. I've already made 2 full sets of Guthan's, and I think I just need a body to make my 3rd set of Guthan's on the account, which is pretty crazy. But yeah, that's 600k whenever I sell it, which will probably put us over 11 mil cash stack. We need to get up to 72 million to afford full Justice Shower, so we're still quite a while off. But yeah, we opened a load of chests anyway since the last video, and we managed to hit kind of a double, a 1052, Torag's hammers and a D-Med. It's a pretty nice chest when there's 2 items in it, but they are 2 cheap items. But we blasted on all the way up to chest 1070, and we got a Vrax Brassard in the last chest of the video, which is pretty cool. It's not a big item, but then we had it over and I found a really cool way to train agility. So I've been putting off training agility for a long time. It's really hard to train on this Barrows Only account. There's only 2 ways I can get agility XP. One is genies, which is just passive XP, and I'll be getting that all the time. In the background here's just a full run going with a timer to see how quick it is at 24 agility, and then I'm going to level it up and see the difference. But the only way I can train it is with genies or else with clockwork mice. A full run at the minute at level 24 takes me about 4.5 minutes, depending on what the tunnel looks like or anything like that. With a bit higher agility, I'm sure I could get that down under 4 minutes, and then with higher magic, it'd go down even more. I didn't have any idea how much agility actually affects your run, but just 5 agility levels gives you between 5 and 10% more run energy. So even if I get this up to level 29, it'll make a massive difference. If I get up to 34 eventually, that'll be perfect, because that there will give me like 16% more run energy, which is pretty massive. That'll be a lot more chests per hour. So I've been putting this off for a long time because of how slow this method is. I basically chase a toy mouse around the room for 3 XP every single time, but most of the time it fails, so you don't even get the 3 XP. It takes a couple of attempts to catch it. So you're looking at about 900 XP per hour, and I was thinking there must be a quicker way to do this. But I stuck it out anyway and smashed out our first agility level, level 25 coming in. So I stayed here for another 10 minutes and I got 120 XP in 10 minutes, which is just insane. I was sitting at like 700 XP per hour, and I was just thinking there has to be a better way to do this. There has to be some other way to train agility. Maybe just use the other clockworks. So I thought, the mice are really small, they're hard to click on if they keep moving around, even if you're zoomed in. So the first thing I thought, if I bring over the toy soldier, it's got a bigger click box, so if I brought over a couple of them, they'd be easier to click on, they're larger, I'll not miss as many clicks. It'll just make the XP a little bit better, is what I was thinking. So I brought them over to Barrows, and this here is what happened there. So I got to Barrows with these here toy soldiers. I thought these would work the exact same as a toy mouse, but just be a wee bit bigger. But they actually just run straight into the wall and fall over. I didn't know these are not the same as a toy mouse. Even if you do like catch them, I'll pick up this mouse and show you. Even if you're quick enough before they hit a wall and fall over, and you do actually catch them quick enough, you still get no XP, so these here are a massive fail. Didn't know that. I tried once more just to make sure, and yeah, definitely caught it before the wall. So we headed back over to GE and I thought we'll try something else. So for this here attempt, I bought multiple toy mice and also these here toy dolls. Now I'd never seen anybody chase these dolls about, I had no idea if they were different, if they were the same, if they didn't work like the toy soldiers, but we headed back over. and these actually give less XP per catch than a mouse. They do give a bit of XP, which is good, but these give you 2.5 XP, a mouse gives you 3 XP, so you'd assume the mouse is going to be way better, yeah? But every time you click on a mouse, you have like a 50% fail rate. It's extremely high. Most of the time when you click on a mouse, it doesn't actually pick it up, it doesn't catch it, and you don't get that XP. But have a look at how many times out of these clicks it fails. I just picked them up over and over and over. It's one click. I fail the last one once, and then pick it up. In a full run of mice, you'd fail like 5 or 6 times, maybe more. I'll just show you that once more with the toy dolls here so you see what I'm talking about. So release all 5. My clicks are a bit scuffed. I've been doing this agility for a few hours. This here would nearly be a click trainer, you know, for like accuracy. If you're playing a shooting game, you release them all and you have to click on them as fast as possible. But yeah, clicked on them all, no fails, which is pretty crazy. Now I'll show you what happens if I do 4 mice. Release all the mice, and this here's what I had been using, and when you click on them, fail, yeah, like failed twice there already, another fail on the last one, and that's when you're getting quite lucky. It always fails a good few times. So even though these here are slightly less XP per catch, they're just way better because it's such a high success rate. So toy dolls, even though they're less XP, is going to be way more agility XP per hour than catching these mice, which is class. It means our agility XP per hour is just going to fly up. Now I know for normal players who access the agility courses, 1200 XP per hour doesn't sound good, but I've actually thought of another place where these would be really useful. If you think back to Twisted Leagues, everybody in Twisted League spawned in Isaiah and there was no good way of training agility. You started at level 15 and you couldn't even train it straight away. You had to go up, train your fishing up really high to access barbarian fishing, and then you could train agility, and even then it was incredibly slow. So if you could have made these things on Zaya or in future Twisted Leagues, you could start off day 1 training agility, get up really high, and then you could run about much easier. If you have high agility, it just makes running about a lot easier. So yeah, not just good at Barrows, could be really good in like Deadman mode. Well, Deadman mode has the full world. Just Twisted Leagues in the future, have a look for these boys, they could be really useful. So I was thinking, these here crypts are pretty big, the things can run about all over the place. Is there anywhere smaller in Barrows? And I had a bit of a genius thought here. If there's a door in this shed, which there is, then it's a much smaller area. The dolls will have pretty much nowhere to go. So we head over here with the wound up dolls, and I've decided to train my agility in this little hut. And because they have much less room to run about, it's just going to make it even faster. So whenever we started this here episode, we were getting 900 to 1200 XP per hour. We've nearly doubled it already, which is pretty insane. We went all the way up to 2000 XP per hour in here, and I hadn't reset it, so I knew it's going to be a bit more than that. But I did want to test a few other locations. At the back of Barrows, there's this like straight, it's a 1x1 square, you know, it's just one, you can't go up, you can't go down because the wall and the hill behind it. I'll just put it on the screen here. So the one last location I wanted to try was at the back of Barrows. I thought this might be perfect because they can't stand below you, they can't stand above you, they can only run along this center line, which means if they don't run too far, they'll always be within 3 or 5 tiles. It'll just save me flying about the screen with my mouse. It'll make the agility training a lot easier, but these here boys just go flying the whole way up and down the line. They don't just stay about these couple of tiles, which makes sense, there's nothing blocking them, but I thought they'd be a bit slower than this. As soon as you release a couple, they go flying the whole way up the end, then they turn around and start exploring that area. So it was a good idea, but it didn't work out. I did try the little middle bit that has a curve for a while, and we did actually blast out an agility level here. We managed to hit level 27 agility, which doesn't sound like a lot, but we've been stuck on 24 for a long time. We're reliant pretty much on genies for agility, and we're only getting maybe 0 to 2 genies a week, because you can't get them in the tunnels, you can't get them in the crypts, you can only get them when you're above Barrows. It's quite funny, I just hit the level and a boy recognised me. It's like, hey, it's the Barrows Only account. I've actually got spotted a load of times while I'm training this agility, and people just wonder what you're doing. There's another boy come over asking what I was up to in the thing. Big shout out to Nadska for loving the content, what a legend. But yeah, I was training in the wee hut earlier on, and some lad was over like, what's going on here? It's just such a random training method that nobody knows what you're up to. I was doing it in the like crypts with the Barrows brothers as well. They're just like, why is this boy releasing a load of toy dolls? But it is actually, all joking aside, an awesome agility training method for this account. I'll be able to get like up to 40 agility if I put some time in catching these boys, so it's an awesome find for this account. To finish things off, we blasted out level 28 agility. That means we've got 4 agility levels in this video. The first time we've got more than 1 agility level in about 20 episodes, which is pretty crazy. think I'm just like a couple of XP off. 21 XP actually. I'll speed this up a wee bit. So even though it's just 21 XP, it does take a long time. It's like 9 of these wee boys. But it's definitely way better than just catching mice. Gonna open chest 1070. You've already seen the loot at the start of the video. But yeah, there's the Rex Brassard. And to finish this episode off, we're getting level 28 agility. That there will boost our run energy in all future chests by about 6%, which is quite a bit. You know, it's definitely going to make us more efficient. I am going to continue the agility grind. I want to get up to 34, but it's so many hours and it's so clicky. So we're going to chip away at it. I'm going to bring these boys with me and maybe catch like, I'm going to aim for like 200 XP every chest until we get there. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. It's been very different than the last few, but finding these unique training methods is like the bread and butter, the kind of backbone of an area locked account. So this is just going to be awesome for the future videos. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Take it easy. Bye.